Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB, and welcome back here to the channel, guys, for the review of Athletic versus Barcelona. The final score was 2-0 on the night to Barcelona, but there was a lot more to the game than that scoreline reads. As always, guys, the review's coming to you courtesy of the OneFootball app, of which is always down in the description for you below if you do wish to download it. But going on to the game tonight, the review is going to be slightly less shorter than usual. It's going to be a bit shorter because I don't have an awful lot of time right now, but I still wanted to get this review out of the game because I know a lot of you guys wanted to hear some thoughts, and I'm sure you all want to share your opinions on the game as well. But basically, I thought there was a very, very big difference between that first half and the second half. In the first half, there was some good passing movements, we created chances, there was some nice link-ups between the likes of Paulinho and Messi. Even Luis Suarez in that first half looked a lot brighter, he looked a lot more fresh because he had that rest against Murcia. There was good plays down the right-hand side, Sergio Roberto playing instead of Semedo. He was showing his quality, the quality that we know he has, but we just want to see it in that midfield position. Even Andre Gomes in that first half, he was playing in a more central role. That's the role we want to see him in. He's much, much better when he's central. Then he gets the ball, then he feels a lot more comfortable with it. He even showed some promise in that first half. But overall, it was just that one goal. Lionel Messi went very, very close. It was a little ball from Paulinho, then it went into Luis Suarez, and it was a nice little pass into Messi. He rounded the keeper, but just couldn't quite get the finish. He hit the post there, but just a few minutes later then, just before the end of the first half, we got our goal, Lionel Messi, and it was a phenomenal goal. Paulinho gave it back to him. It was a fast ball. It was a real quick-fire ball to Jordi Alba on the left-hand side. Alba, first time, gives it back to Messi, and a thunderous first-time finish goes past the goalkeeper. And it was one of those moves that Lionel Messi starts himself, and he finishes it himself. It was him on a one-man mission, a fantastic piece of play, and it was like he's determined to make his impact. And if he was going to do it tonight, it was going to be Messi, and it always is going to be Lionel Messi. A brilliant move, a nice pass to him back by Jordi Alba, a very good assist for him. Again, another little link up with Lionel Messi on that side from Jordi Alba, and that was the goal that we desperately needed. And then just before that half was out as well, Paulinho had time. This time he was teed up by Lionel Messi. He hit the bar from close range, possibly could have done better, could have scored, but it was very, very close to being 2-0. But Paulinho did get his goal in the end, his goal coming in the second half. But in that second half, I really did feel like we were poor. We had absolutely no control of the game. We didn't have the ball in that second half. It was certainly constant pressure from Athletic, and throughout the entire game, the best player for me was Ter Stegen. And when you're saying that, you've got problems, because if your keeper is having to bail you out time after time after time, you've got problems. I think Umtiti was very good again, but we allowed far, far too many chances. Athletic from long balls, from set pieces. Ter Stegen was having to bail us out, and if it wasn't for him tonight, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that we wouldn't have even won this game. We might not have even drawn it. Athletic tonight had chances that possibly a better opposition would have put away. If they had better players in attack, they could have really punished us tonight, and that is worrying, because like I say, that first half, we had some nice passing plays, there was chances being created, but then at the second half, that completely went out the window, and I don't understand that. I think Ernesto Valverde should have made a change much sooner than he did. He brought on Semedo, and that kind of proves there that maybe Semedo being left out of the team is not down to this clause in his contract. Maybe Ernesto Valverde genuinely doesn't see him as his preferred right back. Semedo came on, we looked a bit more balanced down that right-hand side. Sergio Roberto had a very big hand in our second goal, and that basically came at the very end of the game. Athletic were throwing everything forward. I think, to be honest, they deserved an equaliser. They had constant pressure on us in that second half, but just about we rode it out. We rode our luck a bit. We hit them on the break. It wasn't pretty. Messi puts it out to Suarez. Suarez has an attempt on goal. It falls to Paulinho. He's got an empty net. He puts it in, 2-0. A very important goal. A massive 3 points away at Athletic Club. It's not an easy place to go, granted. It's a very, very difficult stadium against a very physical side, and on the day there were certain players who in that first half played very, very well, but in that second half there's some serious work that needs to be done, because we've got some very, very big games coming up, the likes of Valencia, Leganes, Juventus coming up in the Champions League as well. We need to be on our game for those games. If we play like we did in the second half, we've got real, real problems. We shouldn't be relying on Ter Stegen to make save after save after save. It's not fair on him. He shouldn't be expected to do that. He did very, very well today, but you can't expect him to do that every single game and bail us out. So leave your thoughts down below, guys. I'm very excited to see what you have to say. Like I said, there were some bright, moments from this game. There were some good performances, but in general, the performance wasn't quite good enough again. There are lots of things that we need to work on. We're not the finished article, but at the end of the day, we did get the 3 points. It's a massive win away from home, and hopefully now we can get some of those things right on the training ground, and Ernesto Valverde can really fine line his team selection. I'll see you very, very soon, but until then, as always, Vesca el Barça.
Barça!